One of the great things about gas or steam turbine applications is that you're dealing with a journal bearing. So you've got a shaft that's rotating, and it's well understood what stresses are being applied and where they're being applied to the mechanical systems. What's interesting is the life of a journal bearing is infinite if contamination doesn't interfere with that and shorten that. So if I can have infinite life out of my mechanical system, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to put my maintenance and lubricants in a system where I can get infinite life out of them. So that's the good. The bad is obviously we never get there. And why we don't get there is really a lack of desire and a lack of a formalized program and a lack of maintenance, a lack of implementation of a program or following it through. All too often, you would think this would be impossible. I'll get a phone call from a maintenance technician at a site where they're got a little bit of a contamination issue. And I said, well, what do you have? And he gives me the numbers, which are not understood. ISO particle count numbers under ISO 4406 should be understood, but each code is a doubling of contamination. So say, oh, my contamination, Peter, is at 20, 21, 19. And I go, oh, did you realize that's 2,000% above your condemning limit? You're not going to get infinite life from your journal bearings on your 100 megawatt gas turbine if you're running at 2,000% above maximum guidelines. So the ugly is the part where we know that something's not being done the way it should be. We've compromised the infinite life of our journal bearing on a readily solvable problem that's really easy to fix and implement, but that it's not happening. It's not changing for a number of reasons. And in this case, the plant manager was completely unaware. And if you want to get the plant manager hot under the collar, you just tell him that your oil is 2,000% out of specification, and I guarantee he's going to call you in 5 minutes. So in this case, if you had your sports car, and I'm not sure if you're into Corvettes or into Mustangs, you would never drive that car after the oil light came on. So why are we doing it to a $100 million asset? So that's the ugly, and it's not intentional. It's just a complete lack of understanding on the levels of contamination associated with those numbers. So that is the easiest thing to fix in a gas turbine, and yet it's always quite often above target values.